Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I always forget what day it is. Or Thursday or Friday, whenever you're watching this. Coming at you live from our bedroom. So Heather asked me to talk about overcoming objections, and I don't feel like an expert at this, but I so I tend to like over prepare and like write down notes about what I want to say. And so I'm going to try my hardest, and when I have notes, like I don't just like talk. And so I'm going to try really hard to not focus too much on my notes, but I knew like my mind was going a million different directions. So I knew I needed to kind of have a focus, which is good. So I have some bullet points, but, first of all, we have to remember that objections are just a part of this business, and we're going to get them. It's like inevitable. People are going to say no to you. They're gonna come up with all the excuses in the world. But the cool thing is, we get to choose how we respond and how we look at those objections. You can't look at objections as failure. If you do, you will immediately shut down and remove any sort of opportunity that you have to help that person, even in their objection, because it is possible to do that. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you guys about overcoming objections is that, number one, it starts with you. Your attitude, your belief in yourself and in what these products have done for your life. Like if you are a walking, talking billboard, which brings me to my next point, your social media posts. If you are a walking, talking billboard about how these products have changed your life, how they've changed your mindset, how they've actually made you more productive and giving you more time in your day, how they, however, these workouts and this nutrition and this community, however it has helped you and helped your life, you have to be sharing that via your social media posts. So you have to use your posts as a way to beat objections before they even happen. So if you are consistently getting the money objection, or that people don't have enough money, maybe you need to talk more about how it's not that expensive and how your health matters, and matters more than the Starbucks Frappuccino, and how, like there are so many different ways that you can talk about, we'll get into, the money objections, but there are so many different ways that you can gear your social media posts to beat objections before they even come to you. And I feel like that's kind of what we've done. Like, we still get objections, and there are still people that say, no, I don't need that right now, which is totally fine. But I do know that as soon as if you can continue the conversation with people, now I'm jumping all over the place again. If you can continue the conversation with people, even when they give you the objections or give you the no, you are opening that door and that relationship, and you're making it safe for them to come back to you when they are ready, because it's all about timing. Okay, so back to it starts with you. It starts with your confidence and your belief and your attitude. If you don't believe in yourself and the value of these products, and in what you're doing, if you don't believe in your groups and that they can get people results, the people that you're talking to will feel that. They will feel that energy coming off of you, that negative, pessimistic, needy energy, and you don't want that. Your energy is contagious, and you want to use that. You want to have like an excited energy about you, like a positive energy. If you think in your head that it's too expensive and that people aren't going to want to try it and that your groups don't get people results, people are going to believe that and they're not going to want to join you. They're going to feel that coming off of you. It's crazy, but it's true. And if you can focus more on positive affirmations and building yourself up inside and building your confidence, you will attract people to you with that. So it starts with you and your energy and what you believe about the value that you're offering people. Number 2, you have to change your mindset around objections, which I kind of already touched on. They're not bad. They're opportunities. They're opportunities for us to listen more and to build the relationship with people. So we get to listen to people and we get to dig below the surface of what they're actually saying, and we get to ask lots of questions. That's one of the coolest parts about this, is I love to actually get objections, because it gives me an opportunity to ask like deeper questions of people and help them realize, oh, actually I do have time. Like they figure it out on their own the more questions that you ask them. So change your mindset around objections. You have to do this. If you are looking at objections as something negative, as failure, as something bad, you just won't be able to get past that and help other people. So you have to change your mindset. It just starts there. So some of the objections that I typically get, and that you guys probably get: I don't have time. I don't have the money. It's too expensive. I like the gym. I'm too out of shape. I'm not motivated. I already drink a protein shake. So comment below what other objections that you guys typically get. And maybe even if you have a script that you have used in the past that has worked, share that with it. I know that, like, I'll share some of mine at the end, and maybe even post in the comments some of the kind of the techniques that I have used. But if just learning from each other and learning, it's all about how you word things, and creating an emotional connection with people, and yeah. So then I came up with a few things not to do. You don't want to act like it's expensive, or saying things like, I know it's expensive, but it can change your life, but it's only blah, blah, blah. You don't want to use that wording. It's all in the language that you use. Or even leading people with the cheapest option because you don't think in your head that they can afford the 160 challenge pack. If you're leading with the cheapest option, you're shooting yourself in the foot and not even giving that person an opportunity to want to try Shakeology or try something, a little more expensive. And it's not even about the cost. It's about the value that you are showing people that it's worth. The next thing that you don't want to do, which I already talked about, is if you're not believing in yourself. Your energy and your confidence is number one. If you're giving them the cost, but you're not telling them everything that's included. So if someone writes to you like, I'm interested in your group, how much does it cost? I will never respond back with the cost. I will always respond back and say, well, there are different package options, and they range from, $40 to $160, soon to be $199, since the challenge all access is going back up to $199. But I will respond back with, there are a few different package options, and they range in this, but tell me more about you. Tell me more about why this group interests you, or why you need to do this. I always try to back it up and get to the bottom of their reasons for wanting to do the group, or why they need this. And then the conversation develops from there. It opens the door for them to talk about themselves, which people like to do. It lets you listen. It lets you learn about them. And then as the conversation progresses, once we get to the point of talking about, what's included and how much each package is, I will talk about that you get meal plans with it, you get nutrition guides, you get support, you get a loving kick in the pants because sometimes people need that. You get daily accountability and encouragement. So there's so much more included in what we're offering than just a workout and a shake. It's so much more than that. They get you, and you are like the best part of the formula. So, and you have to believe that. Comes back to the belief, right? The value of your groups alone is huge. So when you combine that with the easy to follow workouts and nutrition plans, they will get results. You have to be confident in your ability to get them results. Another thing that you should not do is not finding out their goals first. You have to get to know them as a person, why they need to do this. And also, I like to ask, what are the things that they struggle with? Do they struggle with nutrition? Are they always on the run? Are they never getting vegetables in their diet? Are they, dig deeper below the surface, because those questions allow you to talk to them about Shakeology in the future. And you can tell them, this is an amazing, quick, nutritious meal that you can make. It takes 3 seconds to make it. Okay, maybe 3 minutes. I think I timed it once. And it's delicious, and it's more than just a protein shake. It is a dense, I forget the wording that I typically use. I'll try to include that in the comments, but it's just like a dense, nutritious shake that gives me everything that my body needs. Dan and I like to tell people it's like an insurance policy for your health, because there's no way that you can eat the amount of vitamins and minerals and superfoods and everything. There's no way that you can eat that amount in food. Like you're giving your body what it needs. And what's another thing that I typically say to people? Oh, that I use it as my multivitamin, which I do. Because it has everything that a multivitamin has, and it's whole food, and it's good for you, and it's not just a protein shake. So you have to be talking about that to people. And then lastly, what not to do: not following up on the objection or just walking away without saying anything. You have to remember that a no just means not right now. And if you can continue the conversation past their objection and get to know them, you're building the relationship, and that is what this is all about. So the number one thing to always remember is that it's not about you. It's about them. It's about the relationship. In everything that we do with this business, we have to remember it's not about us. We get Success Club points and commission off of what they purchase, but the value is in them. Like, this is going to help them way more than it's going to benefit us. It's true, and you have to believe it. So release any emotional connection that you may have to their response. You can't let your spirit get negative when someone says, no, I'm not interested right now. You literally just have to bless and release when that happens and keep moving, because there are so many people that need our help. It's also about timing. And like I said, a no does not mean no forever. It just means not right now. And they may not realize that yet, but you do. And it has happened so many times where I have had people say no, and then 3 months down the road, they've still been watching what we've been doing, and we've still been talking about how awesome these workouts are and how awesome our groups are, and how people have lost 16 pounds in 2 months in doing these groups and following the nutrition plan and blah, 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 blah. Like, because we're still sharing all of that on social media, and people will watch that. So it's up to you to be consistent about sharing all of that stuff. So don't get upset or hurt. Keep asking lots of questions. Keep the conversation going. And then I wrote down a couple strategies that I have heard before from coaches, and maybe you have too, but just good reminders. So the feel, felt, found strategy. when someone gives you an objection, you respond with, oh, I have totally felt that way. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, but I have found that these workouts are quick. Like if they're saying that they don't have enough time. Oh, hi, there's a thumbs up. Say hi, whoever you are. I can't see you because I don't think we're friends on Facebook. I've just been talking to myself. So the feel, felt, found, like if someone says that they don't have enough time, they have 4 kids, and they work full time, and they blah, 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 blah. You can say, I totally understand. Hi, Lisa. Why didn't it show up that you joined? Weird. I'm friends with you. I have totally felt that way, and I definitely understand how tough it is to be. So you're being understanding in what they're saying. You're not dismissing it. And then you tell them what you have found to be true for you. I am a busy mom as well. That's totally okay, Lisa. But I have found that when I take 30 minutes in the morning to focus on myself and get my sweat on, that I am a better mom. I am more sane. I'm not angry. I'm not anxious. So you just talk about how it all comes back to you sharing how it has helped you. Another strategy is you say something along the lines of, I don't know about that, but I do know ... So if someone comes back and says, well, this protein shake is way better than Shakeology, and you know for sure that it's not, you don't jump on and you don't jump on them and say that it's not. You say, well, I don't know about that shake, but I do know how Shakeology has helped me. It's helped with my digestion. It's helped with my energy. And you just talk about my cravings, however it has helped you. And then there was something else I was going to say about that. When your mind is going a million miles a minute, it's easy to forget things. I don't know about that, but... another tip, thing that I sometimes do, if someone asks me about, wants to compare it to another protein shake or another meal replacement shake, I will usually point them to Dan's meal replacement blog that he wrote, because it compares about 10 different meal replacement shakes, and it's kind of made our blog blow up, even though we don't really do anything with it. Hi, Faith. But he gets so many comments on that, and so many requests from people to add new shakes and new, to compare different shakes. And sometimes it's good to just let an outside source share the information. And he doesn't flat out say that Shakeology is the best, but it is one of the top 3 that he puts on there. And so, and he does compare like everything nutrition wise. So that's a good source to use. And then I'm sure there are resources from corporate, like videos, like the Tony Horton video talking about the different, all the different ingredients that are in it. I've shared that one. It's really funny. I will usually tell people my own experience with it and how it's helped me and why I love it. And then I will share with them the graph that corporate has that has all the ingredients and what they will do for your body. And that usually is really awesome. Like, people love to see that, and they love to read like, okay, so this adaptogen herb is in this, and this is what it's going to do for me. Or this prebiotic is in here, and it's very easy to understand. So those 2 strategies. And then if someone says that it's too expensive, like I said, I will usually respond back with, I totally understand. We're on a budget too. And then I took this response from one of Heidi Woodall's coaches, because it was really, really good. And I'll put all this in the comments as well, kind of as resources, so you guys can copy and paste them, so you don't have to write this down. But she said, so if someone comes back and says, that's too expensive, I can't afford $160 a month, I totally understand. We're on a budget too, but then I realized that if I didn't take care of me, who will? We spend so much money on our kids and on so much other stuff. How much of it is actually on ourselves? I realized that Shakeology is part of our grocery budget, and it replaced the money that I spent on junk, and I feel so much better. Plus, I get to lose weight. I thought that was a really good response. Another thing that I would say to someone, oh, I totally understand. We're on a budget as well, but to be honest, the cost is actually really minimal. There's one option that's only $40 for 3 months, and that's like 44 cents a day. Smiley face. You want to use lots of emojis so people know that you're smiling. Just think about where your health could be in 3 months. ... How much energy you'll have and how great you'll feel. If that option still doesn't fit your budget, maybe you could save $10 a week and join our group next month. You know, always giving people options. And if they tell you something that they struggle with specifically, maybe they need meal plans. Go out and find them a meal plan and give it to, like, you can Google stuff and just take 5 minutes out of your day to give someone something that they need. Where they, you know, you're just giving. Just always be a giver. Give anything. Another objection, not enough time. We kind of already talked about that one. I like the gym. So a good response to that would be, awesome. What do you do at the gym? Coming back to, once again, asking lots of questions. Just dig deeper. If they like to go to the gym, that's great. You know, what do they like to do? How often do you go? And maybe even suggest that they could do both. Like, if you can keep that conversation going and figure out how many times a week are they going. Maybe they could just use these home workouts to supplement the days that they don't make it to the gym. I mean, duh. It's a no-brainer to me. Like, personally, these work my butt more than going to the gym ever did. So, but that's me. I already drink a protein shake. That's another one, which we kind of already talked about. And I think that's it. Crazy. So, thanks for jumping on, Faith and Lisa. I talked more at the beginning about just how it starts with you, your belief in yourself and in these products, and how you can beat objections with your social media posts, like what you're putting out there. You can combat these objections before they even get to you, because people will see those, but you have to be consistent with it. Hi, Heather. It's not telling me that you guys are jumping on. Stupid Facebook. Okay, I think that's about it. But like I said, I have a strategy that I've been using the last few months now, probably, and it seems to be working. I don't know. I could, if you guys want to critique it and tell me what you think, I'll share it with you. But I don't think I have it on my computer. It's all saved in like my templates in my Asana. But it's basically when someone says that they're interested in the group, I shoot them a quick definition of the group, like explaining what it is, what they're going to get. It's like a couple paragraphs long. And then at the end I asked, does this sound like something that you'd be interested in? So let me back up a little bit. Before if I'm sending out an invite to someone to join our challenge group, okay, I'll add it to the file sections. So I start by asking them if they would want more information about it. I don't flat out ask if they want to join the group, because that just seems kind of scary, like for them especially, you know, and you want to always get people's permission to give them information. If they're not interested, they're going to tell you, no, I'm good, thanks. So I always find it funny when people say no without even hearing, you know, what the group is about. So normally an invite to someone will go like this. I'll say, hey girl, I was thinking about you the other day. This is totally random, and I don't know what you're doing for workouts right now. This is like a cold invite to someone that I haven't been chatting with. I don't know what you're doing for workouts right now, but I have this awesome group starting up in a few weeks, And we're all going to focus on, you know, on building some healthy habits over the span of 4 weeks. Would you want to learn more information about what this is? And depending on their response, most people are like, yeah, what does it entail? And then I will tell them a little bit about the group, what they're going to get. And then usually people come back, like, because at the end of that, I tell them, I ask the question, so does this sound like something you'd still be interested in? And usually it's a yes or no, or not right now. Or they'll come back with, yeah, that sounds really, really good. How much does it cost? And then you can dig, like I said before, you dig deeper into their reasons for wanting to do this. You ask lots of questions about them, figure out what they struggle with. And then when it gets to the point in the conversation, I just follow my intuition, follow your gut. You know, it'll tell you when if you feel like you're being too pushy, you probably are. So just follow your gut. And then when it gets to that point, then I say, well, there's 3 package options, and I kind of explain BOD, and then I give option 1 as being the All Access Challenge Pack. Option 2 is BOD, the year-long BOD, and then option 3 is the 3-month BOD. So I'm leading with the best option because it's going to give them everything that they need. So that's just a quick overview of like what I've been doing lately, and it seems to be working pretty well. But I'm sure I could tweak it here or there, you know. We're always tweaking things to change things up and get better. But okay, I'm done talking. I will let you guys get back to your day. Thanks. Post any comments or questions below. Bye, guys.